Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Romie Reviews here, I should say. This is for Married to Medicine Season 5, Episode 17, The Reunion, Part 2. So now, Simone has just put it out there that she's getting a divorce from Cecil, and everyone is hurt. Everyone is crying. And the thing is, Toya did know. I believe Simone actually told Toya and told Jackie, but Dr. Heavenly was crushed because she was like, I look at you guys for inspiration and I really thought things were getting better. And so Dr. Simone puts it out there like, hey, things were getting better. I had to get out though, because over the summer we focused so much on the kids that we didn't put in the work to make sure that our relationship stayed good. As a result, we had a huge blow up. Again, accountability wasn't taken, feelings were hurt, and I realized this is a cycle that's not going to end. And the thing is, Toya, because she loves both of them together, she's like, she doesn't want it to happen. She was trying to say, but yeah, but can't you just go and do this? Can't you just go and do that? And Jackie had to sit in between because Simone was getting really upset. She was like, I appreciate your concern, but I'm in a loveless marriage. And this is what she had to say for everyone. I'm in a loveless marriage, people. When you're in a loveless marriage and you don't feel appreciated, you don't feel wanted, you don't feel loved, and you try and you communicate that with your significant other, but they're unable or unwilling to give that to you. Not asking for shoes, you're not asking for bags, you're not asking for more kids, you're not asking for another house, you're asking for them to just say I love you, them to hug you, them to hold you. That's not happening. So when that's not happening, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not going to go and stay there for the optics. I'm not going to go and I understand that he wants to stay in the marriage, but I don't. I am choosing to leave. And you know what? Then it came out about this golf buddy. I said, what? No. And she's a woman. I said, what? I said, no, Cecil didn't do that. No, Cecil didn't do that. And he said, no. It wasn't a sexual thing. Someone that he actually knew, they were good friends. And, you know, whenever there was an issue, instead of, I guess, talking to his wife, he would go. It's a lot easier to talk to someone that you're not pissing off. And because of that, it became a habit. And the last time they had that blow up, instead of communicating with her or even come back to the house, he stayed with the golf buddy. So I said, oh, okay, so you really don't care. So you're really just doing this because we're in the habit of staying together, and that's it. I'm not doing this. Of course, I wouldn't want to get a divorce, but I want to be happy. I deserve to be happy. And I said, you do. You do. Oh, and the thing is, the divorce needs to happen because if it only takes one person in a relationship of two to say they're out for the relationship to be over. That's how it works. Simone's the one that wants out, so the relationship is done. Quad was heartbroken because, again, it's like this couple that you see for strength, and things that she's saying, I'm also having those issues in my relationship. So it feels like if you're going through that and it ended in divorce and you guys were together for so long, then what type of luck do I have? So now Andy, he goes and talks to Mariah, and Mariah's safe word is purple, meaning that at some point she's going to join the group, but right now it's going to be the guys. So all the guys are going to sit together, do a round table like at a bar. Shout out to Eugene. He lost 40 pounds. I said, I can tell. I can tell. Because at first I said, what did they put on his face? Because I was like, did they contour his face? I was like, no, that's natural. He lost weight. Shout out to my brother. He did it. Good for him. Good for Toya. Anyway, and we say hello to everyone else. We say hello to everyone else. We get to the crux that, so Curtis, you know, it's been very difficult. I know it's been very difficult with all the stuff that's been going on and how the information came out this year. But we're going to really start with Cecil. We just found out about the divorce. And Aiden was heartbroken because he didn't know. like the others didn't know, but he knew them forever. And so he felt really bad. It was like, you two are the ideal couple, and everyone's going around the table essentially saying the same thing. But Darren noticed, he said, now wait a minute now. I understand that what his wife is saying, but he's still wearing his wedding ring. He's still wearing his wedding ring, so maybe we're jumping the gun. Maybe this really isn't over yet, but it's over. It's over.
What else about it?
Curtis felt a certain way about how Eugene was, not that Eugene was saying stuff, period, with regards to the relationship or what Curtis did, but it was like the sly side comments and smirks and all of that. I guess the passive aggressiveness of not just saying it to himself, since they knew each other well enough to be like, dang, you really hurt, you really did that to her, type of thing. But I respect everything Eugene said. He said, look, I got morals. I have morals, and I believe in sticking true to those morals. And so when someone I know does something like, this is marriage, for better or for worse, something horrible had to happen for divorce, got it, understand, but you went outside your marriage, because that's something I don't believe in, I was really upset because I know you two. So it's just like, what? And so how I handled it was saying stuff. Now, yes, I probably should have just said something to you directly. Like, really, man to man, yeah, I should have. But at the end of the day, the way how I handle stuff is I make jokes. And I'm glad he didn't apologize, because he didn't need to. He said what he said and he meant it. I'm glad he said it. Apologize for what? No. Actually, oh gosh, he did apologize. He apologized for not saying it to him directly. So I said, okay. But he didn't apologize for what he said, because he shouldn't have. And Curtis really wasn't asking him for that. But I'm glad that Curtis was hurt. You should feel something for that, because people handle things differently, just like how he handled the issues in his relationship. People can handle how they feel about how people, about what people do. But it was a cool concept, giving the guys their own space. I'm glad that they did it away from the women, because sometimes it gets really muddied when the couples are a couple and one person's going to that person. You want to go and defend them, and then that person jumps in. Eugene wanted to make it very clear that he does not go and just masturbate in the basement all day and night. That's not what he does. What he does do is, he may have done it once or twice. But Toya, it's like, oh my God, what are you doing? And now it's an everyday thing. Now we blast it to everyone. It's a mess. It's just a mess. His freak number apparently is 4. He's like, Toya maybe a 6. Maybe, but I said Toya maybe saying that she's a 6 because she knows she's with someone that's a 4, so she can't go any higher. There's a difference. Jesus, there's a difference. Let's see.
It may be true. Okay. There is a refractory period for some minutes.
Oh Lord, they were still talking about, I said, I don't want to hear that from, I don't.
Things that we probably shouldn't have done. Women.
There was an interesting part, because Dr. Damon, he went and clarified what he meant by the whole men versus women cheating thing. And so he said, here's the thing. The reality is that men and women both have the ability to cheat. The other reality is, not most of the time, but a lot of times the women are more so open to taking the man back after cheating than vice versa. And obviously you shouldn't be doing it, period. And of course, looking the camera, shady camera, panning to Curtis half the time. Of course, you can't say anything, type of thing. But I think what Dr. Damon was saying was that he doesn't condone it, but he was just clarifying, saying it as a fact that women tolerate cheating more than men. So then Andy asked, So if your wife cheated on you, would you stay? And he said, honestly, I don't know how to answer that. I know in my mind what I would think, but I don't know if I would stay. I don't know if I would go. I said, okay, fair enough. We're done with the guys. We're done with the guys. So now everyone's back. Mariah comes back, and we talk about how Heavenly needs to grow. Mariah's just like, women and children off tables. Heavenly, chill out.
This is what we don't do.
Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. What did irk me, and I'm glad the other one said something, was that, again, a lot of stuff happens off camera. Mariah saying how the women just allow Heavenly to say stuff, and how they would go and reprimand her, as in Mariah, but not Heavenly. But they were trying to let Mariah know, here's the reality. We talk to Heavenly as well, but you don't know and you don't see what we do off camera to reprimand Dr. Heavenly. So you're assuming that we are just condoning her behavior. We are not. We tell her like it is. We just may not be on camera all the time, because these are real people, and that's why I love this show. These are real people. It's real problems, and sometimes on camera, if you want things to change, you can't. I mean, with a show like this, you may need to go and say something off camera to someone, because they'll receive it better. They won't feel like they're on the spot. Now it's Heavenly. No, now it's Dr. Jackie and Curtis. So I'm glad Curtis, the whole time, he took accountability. He said it was his fault. It wasn't anything that she did. But Andy had to read some questions, and one of the questions was, Dr. Jackie, you told your husband that he had an out. If he wanted to leave the marriage, if you wanted things to be done, he could leave. That's fine. I said, yes, that's all she said. She didn't say anything about going and cheating on her husband. I mean, her husband cheating on her while they're married. She said, no. I told him he could leave and I would grant him the divorce. I didn't want to hold him back if that's what he wanted. Very big difference. Oh, shout out to Potomac coming back in. Looks like it's going to be good this season. We need it to be good. We need it to be good. They talk about the bigs. So, of course, Dr. Jackie, she's a genius. She kept the bags. She appreciated the bags, and she appreciated the fact that this man who doesn't shop, doesn't like to shop, doesn't care about that stuff, spent the time to give her stuff and stuff that she would actually like. So that was a sign. He's back in the house, and he's back upstairs in the bed. They're taking this one day at a time, and she's not sure. She doesn't fully trust, but they're building on it. Fair enough. They're grown. Leave them alone. Fair enough. One more point. A lot of Dr. Jackie let me know that her patients, they've known her longer than they've known Curtis, some of them. So some of them say things that they think that they're helping, but it's kind of a reminder of the situation in their marriage. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Now it's time for Quad and Greg. Quad and Greg, it goes south quickly because Quad doesn't feel appreciated. She doesn't feel appreciated. Greg doesn't feel appreciated. Their body chemistry is off. They're not in tune with each other. It's the same stuff that we heard on this season. And the whole thing is she won't have a baby because she refuses to bring a baby into a relationship where she's not respected and appreciated. And Quad, you know, she said something and I believed it. I felt it. She said, here's the thing. Because Eugene said, you keep saying, what do you need? But honestly, that's going in one ear and out the other. What is it exactly that you need from the relationship? I said, yes, tell us, please. So then she said, okay, I'll just lay it down the line, be specific, so there's no misunderstandings this time around. Now, kind of halfway yelling at Dr. Greg, she said, first off, you do some slick stuff and no one sees it, so no one understands what's going on. You're the type to where you'll go and have a yell. Quad isn't confrontational. She's not. She doesn't do well with confrontation. She shuts down. I know that. So this relationship, I don't know how much longer it's going to work. But when he's upset, he becomes a yeller. He becomes a yeller. He stomps because That's his way of finally feeling like he can express himself instead of just going and kind of being like a mouse. The problem is, she said that he'll yell like he yelled at her on the phone. And so then, yeah, she wasn't even talking. He didn't even say why he was upset. He was just yelling and screaming. And then so she hung up and she blocked him for a while. And this isn't the first time. This is what he does when he gets on the phone with her recently, with the relationship being in tatters. And so she's like, why would I go bring that stress onto me when you don't appreciate me? You don't talk. Sidebar. I loved how all the women were Dr. Jackie was looking at him like, Dr. Heavenly was looking at him like, you trash. Curtis overlooking there. Darian looking like, oh Lord Jesus, I just want this to be over. And Greg looking like, oh my God, she's talking about this stuff again. I don't even care. But Quad was saying that, for example, she helped him with his business. She helped him get it off the ground. He said he needed this, he needed that, he needed to be done a certain way. So then she went and did it. And so, for example, she was in a warehouse in Georgia during the summer, smoldering hot, running around getting stuff done for her husband so that his business and everything that he has going on could be taken care of. And she did not feel appreciated at all. He doesn't feel it, he doesn't say it. And then things take a turn.
I do want to say, because, you know, he mentioned that he used to have a great...
At one point he did mention that he wanted things to go back to how they used to be with Quad and Aiden, because they had a lot of fun and it was really great. So Mariah puts out there that, look, Quad, from the outside looking in, it looks like he is taking care of you. It looks like he is supporting and that you're not giving him the emotional, maybe the baby thing. She's like, I understand that's what it looks like, because this is what a lot of people say, but that's not it. That's not it. She shut down. She feels like everything that she does is wrong. There are errors. She's over it. And what did he say? And he said, you know what? Let me just go and be honest, because I don't want to go and just make it seem one-sided. There was a situation. I said, what? There was a girl, me and my buddy, you know, we went to this place and there were some girls. And so, you know, we brought them. I said, you would not. And everyone did the look of, you dirty mother. Now, again, I don't think that it's a situation where he really cheated. I honestly think it was a situation where he probably was trying to be spiteful. And because for some reason, I can't believe that Quad would stay if she really thought that he cheated. I feel like she was just hurt that he put himself in a crazy looking situation. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.